Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video where we just relax and we build something together. In today's episode, I figured we'd stick with the good old winter holiday theme, since Thanksgiving has just ended about a week ago, and build Santa's sleigh just in time for the Christmas season. See, I'm already equipped with my ugly Christmas sweater and my cozy, warm Christmas hat. So, without any further ado, let's get started. So I have this nice little area right on the outside of a snowy plains that has a very, very nice view over top, bleeding into the snowy tundra and some snowy ice spikes. So, thinking right here is a good place to build Santa's sleigh. Let's start off with a nice little build palette here, and we want it to be bright and red, so I'm thinking we mix some red wool and red concrete to get some of that different sort of texturing as well. And as far as the bottom of the sleigh goes, I think we should do something nice and warm, but still has some nice characteristics to it, and that is some birch. We'll start off with planning it out just a little bit here. We're going to place a block there and go 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's 3 in the middle here, and we'll bring this out to about 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Now what we want to do is kind of build up the sleigh part a little bit, just like that here. That's the back of the sleigh there. And the front of the sleigh will have a nice little curve. Still trying to work out exactly the best route for this curvature. So I'm thinking if we do something like this, right? And then we do that. Okay. That looks quite nice. A nice little subtle sort of lip there. And now let's build up. Let's place up 2 blocks, actually. So we're going to go 2 from the center. Like so. Right? It's going to be a very, very tall sleigh. But we'll see what happens here once we can figure out exactly what we want to do here. So let's, for start, use the concrete just to lay out a good little build plan here. I'm thinking about just simply doing this, and then we will add some depth to it. I'm thinking here is good, and then we just break that up like that, okay? We take this and do up 1, then up another. Like so. Actually, what'll be better is doing this. I just got the idea. Doing one of those will give it a nice little uproot there, which I love. Let's do the same here, actually, and just simply make this come up a little bit farther, like so. And by the way, I should mention that these builds are not planned, It's sort of, this is a series, again, where we just wing it and test things out, really. So there will be definitely things changing and other things that we just stick. And I think one thing I'm actually going to change is the length of this here. I'm not a big fan of that. So what we'll do is place all that down below. Like so. Again, that just looked a little too high for my liking. Okay. And then what we can do is just break away all of that, and we can take a step back actually and take a look to see what that looks like. Okay. And I'm thinking it's just right, but I think also we're going to take this down just a little bit more. That's actually perfect. That looks a bit better than it would have. We're just going to take all that off then too. All right, now the next step is what I like to do is now we're going to go in with a layer of the wool. And we're just going to do this all the way around. Okay. Just like so. Again, just covering up any other extra corners there. like so. And then we'll do the same all around, all around. And voila. Now we have sort of a bigger up. And let's just fill this up with concrete. And I'm actually thinking to myself, we could probably flip this around to be facing this way. Because the way I'm seeing it now, this bigger, more narrow part definitely would be one to show up at the end or at the top of the sleigh. But again, let's just see what happens here. Worst case scenario, again, absolute worst case scenario is we flip around the arch here. Make it look nice. Or extend it a little bit, you know. Something a little bit nice here. Which I'm actually going to move this to make it evenly balanced. And didn't realize we'd be changing this much of the stuff in this episode today. But it's, what can you do, right? Okay, we'll do that. And I'm actually really liking the size of it. So let's actually beef this up just a little bit. Yeah, that's perfect, actually. Okay, and we'll actually take it up just one more. Just like so. We're going to beef it out again, just a little bit more there. Yep, that actually works very well. So then what we're going to do is actually build this up to here. Okay. With that being said, let's take out some of this land here. Alrighty. And now let's just take this out here. We'll break those down to make those a little bit better there. And we'll actually extend these out a bit farther. I think in 2 blocks. 2 more blocks, and then we go into it. So then boom, boom. Okay, boom, boom. Raise this up and boom. Oh, that just looks so good. Alrighty, now that's a sleigh. It's crazy how things change because originally, again, the original plan was to have it face that way. But then I actually really like it now. The way it's shaped up and the way it looked made a good little shape just along the top there. Very nice. Now moving on, I think what we need to do actually is build a seat. A seat for good old Saint Nick to watch over the elves. But before I do that, I'm going to add one more little layer of the red wool just to give it a nice framing texture. Over top. Let's see how that looks. Oh yeah, nice and thick, nice and plump. Very nice. And this way, we are going to give a seat to our lovely friend Santa Claus. I'm thinking of doing some brown terracotta just to add, to make it a nice leather seat here. We're just going to do this. And we're going to take the red and actually build up like that. Again, because the big bag of toys will be chilling out right here. So here is his seat where he can sit down. Looking very lovely. There's a spot for his toes. Very nice. And I think I would like to add something else here. I have an idea. Let's take some dark oak fences, okay? And we're just going to add these to where the reins connect. I think that's a nice little bit of detail here. And you could go out one more if you really like, but I do like the subtlety of just the two being stuck out there. Really gives a good hint of like, so here's where the reins will be connected for the reindeer. Now let's move on to our big bag of toys. Now this, I'm actually going to be using some brown wool And some... I want to try and use some of the new bamboo as sort of rope. I think the bamboo planks will do good as like rope to rope in everything, essentially. So let's start off with doing something like this, right? So we have here the toy that's definitely going to be overflowing this thing here. So we're just going to put this up a little bit more. Like so. Okay, here we are. And then can we punch this out more? What? Yep. Okay. I'm gonna punch that out more, just a little bit. That means we're gonna do that then. Alrighty. And then we bring everything over. Because again, this toy bag, is really flowing out. It's really kind of popping out of the sleigh. It can barely be held in by all of this. And that's why we have all of that. And we're just gonna put that in there like so. Think that works? Okay. Again, we're just gonna push it all up like so. And then here's where we now put it officially. Do this. And a lot of the symmetry is coming from what to do here. So I think that's good. I think that's what we're going to do there. And again, boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom, boom. Also, I forgot to mention, feel free to build along with us as well when we are doing this. You know, again, we're just kind of playing it by ear just to see what happens when we build it. But overall, it does give off a very, very nice feel. All right, now here's where the moment of truth comes into play, where we just build up. We're going to build up to say about there. Okay. Which question is that enough for the toys there? I guess we'll have to find out. And in worst case scenario, we just build up and keep it going. Got no need to fret. If there's any mistakes that are made, there's no need to worry. I promise. How's that looking so far with the big bag of toys there? I actually kind of want to move this down then. Just to give it sort of that it is a bag, so it's going to flow under. Just like that. I think that saves the build quite a bit, actually. Yeah, I agree that that actually might save it quite a bit. It gives it more depth instead of it just being completely flush with everything. And with that being said, I'm actually going to take this up another block or two. Just to see what what's going to be like. Again, just to see what it looks like. Okay, I'm really liking that. I am really liking that. Let's put some of the white wool, sorry, the brown wool, right over here. And we are going to, boom. Boom. Okay. Boom. 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 Very, very nice. Okay. Now let's bring it in actually quite a bit. Because again, where it's tied off, it's going to be tight. So let's bring it in like that. Okay. Then we build this right here. Okay. And now here is where we will actually have the bag tied off. Like that. Right? And maybe we'll do some ribbons tied off like that to really give it that look of a really tied off box. And then what we'll do is kind of play around with the frills of the bag here, like so. Again, just gonna try and make it look like it's been really tied off. So then we're just gonna build out like so on only a couple of them. Build up like that. Again, not planning on, not giving too much thought into it. But there we go. Which I might shorten that just a little bit here, maybe. We'll see how that looks there. What if I got rid of that there and that? Oh, no, that's actually part of it. Okay. Okay. I'm thinking that might be good. But I can't help but want to add a little bit more detail to the thing, actually. Give it some highlights and lowlights. Just because we have this nice texturing on Santa's sleigh here, we don't have anything on the actual bag itself. So let's do some concrete powder, sort of on the sides like this. Yeah. I'll do that to the same on this side here. Just to kind of give it a nice little flow. Alright. Just like that. And then we'll come in with brown concrete. Just to give it some shadow. Then we'll go like this. Boom. Oh, another trick with building is if you hit the right and left mouse button at the same time, it insta-clicks and instantly lines it all up and instantly switches out the block. Yeah, take a look at that. We're going to do the same here on this side. Just like so. And then we're going to definitely add some highlights or lowlights down there. Part of that. Again, just to add some detail to the back of the bag. We're going to do the same thing to over here. We're going to do some lower bits like so, and then some higher bits up top. Like that. Again, just to give it some sense of detail there. Right, and as you can see, it's changed up quite a bit there. And wow, there we have it. A lovely, easy to build, giant version of Santa's sleigh just in time for the Christmas season. So I just again want to thank you guys so much for joining me on this episode. If you enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe, and we really hope that you join us next time when we build more lovely little things like this. But with that being said, you guys have a great day, and we'll see you in the next one.